Good morning, guys. It's Monday, March 14th, and as you can see, it's pretty cold outside. It's gonna be a cool morning, but it's supposed to get up to almost 70 today. But the plans today is to work on the peanut combine. We got to replace all the tracks on the inside. I'll show you that whenever we get to the peanut combine, but for now we're just gonna be cleaning up the shop until it warms up a little bit, because we don't have any room to pull the peanut combine into the shop right now, because we have the 8420 in there, because we're having to replace all the gaskets on the manifold. So this is what we did, or the problems we were having with the 8420. You can see right in here. It's leaking from the manifold. This one was real bad, as you can see. A bolt that bolts the manifold onto the engine block actually broke, and that's what caused it to leak. Sitting right there. And we started this, I think it was Saturday. We're waiting on these gaskets right here come in. We're still missing the one that goes on the turbo up there. Got them all but that one, because we originally didn't think we would have to unbolt it to be able to fix it, but then we saw more was leaking, so we went ahead and just pulled it off, and another bolt broke, so we got to get that out. That'll be a project for a later date. We went and picked up this Thunder Creek fuel trailer Friday from Monroe, North Carolina. One reason we needed a fuel trailer was for DEF, so we had a better way to carry the DEF around, and this will help for when we're all the way up in Montmorency, because we won't have to come all the way back to town to get fuel. And it's a 500-gallon fuel trailer, so I'm really excited to use that this year. So we have a change of plans. We're actually on the way to Montmorency right now. We got two or three more fields, probably about 15 acres or so left up there. We gotta finish disking. So Frank's already headed up there. I got the bucket of hydraulic oil and another tube of grease so we can grease the disc hair up. And he's gonna do that while I work on the peanut combine when I get back. So hopefully this is the last bit of disking we're doing up there on land we already have. We do have some new land up there that we got to get disked, but we're probably gonna wait to burn down before we start disking it. So I'll see you when we get up there. So we made it to Montmorency. Right up here is the disc hair, and we're gonna grease it and see how it will disc. Hopefully it's not too wet. It looks fairly dry up here, as y'all can see, so should be fine, but we're gonna get greased and try it. Got the disc hair greased, and now we're going. I'm gonna help him get to one of the fields back over here because it's a tight, narrow road. We got probably 5 acres in the back corner. We got a disc that gets hard, it's full of clay. So I'm just gonna help him get back there because how narrow the road is. And then we're gonna, I think, head back to the shop and start working on the peanut combine. So we made it back here to this field. It was a little sketchy. They were doing some tree trimming on the edge of the road, so it was basically a one-way road the whole way back on that road, but we needed that back corner way back there needs to be disked. It's full of clay and gets real hard. So this is a field we bogged up really bad picking with, so basically this whole field's getting disked now. As you can see, we disked all the way up to that group of trees right there. So I think all but like 5 acres of this field's getting disked, if that. So we're gonna try it. This field looks a little more wet than the other, so we're still gonna try it, and depending on how it looks, we'll continue. If not, we'll probably just wait till later this week to get back out here. So this is the back corner that's gonna be disked. The dirt's, I mean, it's not wet, but it's definitely not dry. I mean, I think it's good enough to go. So we're gonna run it this back here real quick and see how it looks. So here's where we've already disked, but we're getting out. I want to get out here to where it hasn't been disked yet and see how the dirt's looking. Kind of looking like it needs to be disked, probably crossways too. But out here where it hasn't been disked yet. You see the dirt's a little, it's got a bunch of grass in it, so now it's not really a good time to be discing. Really need to burn down, but I think cross discing will get all these clumps out. But I think it's good to go. So I got him started here. I'm gonna run to town, get some parts for the 8420, the gaskets and screws for where it goes to the turbo on the manifold came in. So I'm gonna go get those, come back. He's gonna finish here, and then I'm gonna help him get back to 78. And he shouldn't have any more problems, so I should be able to go back to the shop and start working peanut combine. So I'll probably get some more shots at him disking when I get back, but right now I gotta run to the deer store, so I'll be back in a minute. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but this is the problem I was talking about. They're doing some tree work right here on the road, and it's basically a narrow 1-lane road we're having to go through. So been here about 10 minutes trying to get through with the disc hair, but it looks like he finally made it. Hopefully he didn't take any mailboxes out. So I made it back to the shop, and we're about to, now that I've made it back here, we're gonna, or I'm gonna start working on the peanut combine, start getting the bars out, and this is what we're gonna be replacing on them. We're replacing these tracks that they run in. I'll show you more when I get it apart. But I don't have much time because I still gotta go to class in a few hours. So what we gotta do is we gotta take these two panels off and put up here so we can get inside of the combine. Now that we got this one unbolted, we got to get this one up and put on top of there. So this is what the inside of a peanut combine looks like. And we got still 2 bolts on each side on this panel we got to take loose, but I got to get up under there to get to them. So this is more than a one-person job, getting this shield off. So I'm just gonna leave it like it is until I get some help. But I'm gonna take the sprayer over there and get it pulled out, unfold the booms, and then take all the strainers out, all the tips off. Gonna put some tank cleaner in it, flush the plumbing system, clean it all out, and get it ready for burn down in a few weeks. So now we gotta, that we unfolded the booms, we gotta get out there and remove every tip on the sprayer. These tips right here, I think there's 3 on each one. So you got 3 on each thing. And there's a strainer in each one. We got to take out and all the caps or nozzles. We got to do that the whole way across. To keep them all separate, we'll put them in these 3 pitchers, and then we got to soak them in ammonia to try to break up any chemical that's on them. So what you do is you come to whichever one you want to take apart, and you'll have this strainer on top of it. And down in these little nozzles, you got this orifice, this like washer O-ring type thing that'll seal it. We're gonna go across and do all 3 of them on every single nozzle. One down, 2 more to go. Last set. now that we got the nozzles out, I'm gonna pull it over there to the water tanks and fill it full of water and some tank cleaner, and flush out each section on this thing. There's 7 different sections. Flush out each section and each nozzle. There'll be a lot of getting up and down, but you gotta do it. So that's what I'm fixing to do. So we're gonna take some of this ammonia and pour in each pitcher and then dilute it with water and let it sit overnight to try to get this buildup off of them. You can see it's got a bunch of crap on them from spraying. So just gonna pour a good amount on each one and then dilute it with water. Probably fill it halfway down there on each one. And then dilute it with water. And now we're going to dilute them with water to let them sit overnight. Hopefully that'll break up a lot of that crust that's on it. So we're going to let it all the way to the top of each pitcher. And hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to take some water in one of these things, these little brushes down here, to whatever doesn't come off of those screens, we can get off with it. So now that that's there, I got to go try and find some inside out to put in the sprayer tank so we can clean that out. This is what little bit of chemical and drums we got left. There it is. And the store or the chemical shed over there, this stuff was supposed to be in there, so I'm gonna get a few, figure out how much I need out of this box and put in the sprayer, and then put the rest of the boxes in that shed. So it calls for 1 quart per 100 gallons. It's an 800 gallon tank, so I'm gonna get 8 of these and take over there to the sprayer. Oh, that's not good. This is where we store our chemicals. This is all we have left over from last year. But the roof is done got ripped off. There's some let water in here. That is not good. Gonna have to let Daddy know about that for sure and get that fixed as soon as possible. So that's all we have time for today. I got class in about an hour or so, so I got to go. Didn't get much done today. But tomorrow is supposed to rain, but hopefully I can get out here early enough to get this sprayer done and put back up under the shed and maybe tomorrow we'll try to get that 8420 done so we can get it out of the shed, so we can get the sprayer in the shed or indoors, so we can shim up the axles. So thanks for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.